Hi everybody, Gary King Pokemon here. Well, this is going to be a fun video. Like many of you saw on my Instagram, which is Real King Pokemon, I put up 10 cards. I showed the 10 cards I sent to RoboGrading, to AGS, RoboGrading. And there were 10 high, top tier cards. You know, some Shining Charizards or Gold Star Charizards and first edition base cards and, things like that. Plus, they're all pretty much mint. All but one, I would say, is mint. So, out of those 10 cards. So, I got back, make sure, don't show. I got back the box and I haven't looked yet, so I don't know the results. I didn't look online, so you're going to be seeing this with me for the first time. And what I can tell you is, yes, this is one take, Gary, so I'm going to be doing this all with just my iPad. I'm going to look, you can see me here, and then when I show the cards, I'll kind of hit the reverse goodie on there and then try to reach around and try to show the cards so we can see them for the first time. Now, what I want you guys to know is that out of those 10 cards, I pre-graded like I've done for 25 years. I pre-graded what my what my PSA guesses were, because I wanted to know if how close PSA was coming to my pre-grades. And I mean, I've had probably more experience than any of the PSA graders, for sure. Is there a little bias? Well, I don't know. I've graded 10,000 cards, so I don't think I'd be biased. But anyway, I pre-graded those and I gave them my dot system. Like one dot would mean a sure 10. A dot minus would be 60% 10 and 40% 9. My dot plus would be a 9 plus, which would give it about a 40% chance for a 10. And then 2 dots give it a 9. And then dot minus would give it a 9 minus. 60% chance for a 9 and 40% chance for an 8. So, anyway, that's where we said, well, I'm going to show you guys these grades now. All 10 cards are on my Instagram. So you'll be able to, check the raw cards out there, and now they're graded. And again, I have no clue what the grades are. I didn't want to know. I wanted to show them at the same time here. So I'm going to try to, not make this a super long video like I normally do, because I ramble on a bit. But my main purpose here was to give a real tough test to RoboGrading, which is all artificial intelligence. There's no human looking at these cards and affecting the numbers. It's all done with lasers. You go to AGS grading or agscardgrading.com, and you can see, what their system is. But there is no human effect. It's all 100% lasers and computers and software and programs and all those fun things that I don't understand. So that's what we're gonna be looking at now. Now we're gonna get the results, and I'm pretty excited. Now, PSA, these 10 cards were also at PSA, and they were graded and cracked. So I also have a general idea what the PSA grades were. So I know that out of the 10 cards, I believe they added up to an 8.9 average. 8.9, which is almost a 9, a mint. No, I think it was a mint average. See, the stupid thing I did was I had them in my notes, and I somehow canceled out what the grades were when I asked PSA, because they were trying to upcharge me in the thousands of dollars. And so I told them, forget that. I said, just send them back to me, crack them, send them back to me. And because of my 25 years standing with them, they were happy to do that. So they cracked them all and sent them back to me. But I know what they graded them. Again, it was about a 9 average. So, something like that. So anyway, we're gonna get to see what grades these got now. Of course, the guys at AGS Grading did a good job on wrapping this. Oh, that's kind of a cool box. Now, this is the first time I've ever graded with AGS. And I know that I'm on their website as kind of an honorary co-founder, because when they were first getting started, they came out here to Vegas to talk with me and to show me their system, to see what I thought, what I might improve, things like that. And one of the interesting things is, RoboGrading, which maybe you can see there, that was I came up with that. They were AGS, and I said, why don't we do something, name it something like RoboGrading. Well, immediately Alex got on his phone, and he immediately went and he got that name, RoboGrading. He patented the name, did it all on his phone while he was talking to me to make sure he got it, because he liked the idea. So I did name this company RoboGrading, so that's kind of cool, huh? So, okay. See, I've never graded with them. Also, one of my main reasons for doing this was, like, they had me down for vice president of product, or whatever that means, or something. Mainly it is I support them because I love the idea of artificial intelligence grading, and so what let me see here, and I know that's the way the future, so everything is going to be done this way. But AGS RoboGrading was first. They're number one, and they're already so far advanced. They have all the Pokemon cards. They've just finished doing MetaZoo, which you all know I love MetaZoo. And they're going to be branching out into Dragon Ball Z or in Dragon Ball Super and Yu-Gi-Oh. They're going to be branching on to all of it, because remember, all this stuff has to be fed into a system, and so it's no small chore. So that's kind of a neat box, huh? There. Okay, and the cards, my cards are inside there. That's pretty neat. Right, so let me take these out without looking. There they are, AGS. I'm going to lay them on the table. Now I'm going to switch this camera around, see how that works, and then we'll take a look at these grades together. And the main thing that I wanted to test was whether, how consistent these grades are, how close they are to what my pre-grades are. Are they similar? Is their grading scale similar to PSA? I know it's going to be consistent, because you could take one of these cards out of the case, put it through their computer system again, and come up with identical numbers. And those numbers are on their website. You can go, see, I don't want to look at this. Let me cover it up. You notice on the back it has that, is it called the UPC symbol or something? you can scan that and it'll come up on the website, and it'll show 8 quadrants. It'll show that's a quarter, that's a quadrant, that's a quadrant, and it'll show where the laser beam found the damage, and it'll list it up on the website showing the 4 quadrants in the back and the 4 quadrants on the front, to see which ones see where the damage was on that. So okay, let me put this back down. Now, I don't know if these are in any particular order. Number-wise, okay, number-wise, 70. Okay, serial number-wise, it doesn't look like they're in order. I mean, I don't know what order, but all I can tell you is those are 10 high-quality cards, and so 10 valuable cards. And I'm mainly doing this because I want to check them out. I want to know whether my support of them is justified. Because a lot of you guys do listen to me. You guys know about my 25 years PSA experience. You know about my my Pokemon work, my Pokemon knowledge. And before I flat out give them my support, I already support them just because I love the idea of their work. Kind of like when MetaZoo came out. I loved the idea of the game, but I had no idea who the people were any good running it, or if it would have legs. Well, it turned out that was a great thing. MetaZoo was great, and so far, AGS, or RoboGrading, I'm going to call it because that's my name. That's the name I came up with. RoboGrading is another one of those things. Well, I met those guys, and these guys are geniuses. They're entrepreneurs. They've had other successful businesses. They're all young men. They're all under 30, I believe, and you've probably seen them on Instagram. They graded a card for, I think, Super Duper Dandy, and they graded one showing Leonhardt. They graded, and they showed it right at the shows, right at the conventions, the cons, Collecticon, where they showed up to the last 2, and they showed how they did it. They graded cards there. Well, this is the first time I've graded cards with them. And now I know those cards, and I know what my pre-grades were. I know what PSA gave the 10 on average, just a 9. I believe it was a 9. There was a PSA 10 in there, but that was one of the ones I didn't crack. That was an Arcanine. So anyway, well, are you ready? I'm gonna flip this camera around and see if my arms fit around, and see if we can go through these together. Okay, let's hit this. Boom. Okay. Okay, first off, oh, that looks pretty good, huh? That's not bad for one take, Gary. Again, you can look at the back, and again, you can scan those codes. You can scan this code, and that'll take you to the website, and it'll show you exactly where the defects were. If there was a little ding, or there was a little indent, or there was a scratch or a foil scratch, it'll show you that. So first off, let's look at this. Now, again, I don't have these in order, but these are all good cards. Let's see if I can cover it up. Okay, there's the first one. Okay, it's first edition Shadowless. Now, I believe this one, oh boy, I can't remember. It's a thick first edition base Shadowless. Well, let's see what grade this got. Yikes, this got a 6.5. Yeah, I believe the PSA one got a 7 on this one. So that's pretty close, 6.5 and a 7. Now, what I'm going to do when I have the time is I'm going to go to the website and see where the damage was, because they found the artificial intelligence found the same thing that PSA found, because PSA gave this a 7, because I recall that now. All the rest were better than that, you know, but this was the one that got the 7. So we're going to take a look at this. You see a little bit of whitening there at the top, right? I hope you can see this pretty good. To be a 6.5, there must be a little problem somewhere out. Maybe right there on the bottom right corner. Okay, so far so good. It's a little bit tougher than what eBay gave it. Okay, let me find something to cover up that label. All right, you guys ready? Here's the next one. Oh, okay, it's a first edition Alakazam. First edition base set Alakazam. And the grade it got, near mint to mint 8. Okay, now this one got a 9 with PSA. So this came back a little bit tougher. Again. Now, if they're all a little bit tougher than PSA, then, you know, I guess that's okay. Because that shows that these are their consistent grades within their system. And they won't be jumping around. If you resubmit this, you're going to get another 8. Because the damage is going to show up as the same. But this is a pretty beautiful card, huh? Little dots on the corners. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Okay, I told you these are all pretty good cards. Well, here's the first edition Lugia. You know, the Neo. Okay, well, let's see what this card got. Okay, this got an 8, and I believe this got a 9 in fact, I know this got a 9 at PSA. Well, it got an 8 here, so there you go. Okay. Okay, now there's Skyridge Charizard, reverse foil. Okay, now let's see what this got. Okay, this got an 8.5. Okay. So far it looks like RoboGrading is grading a little bit tougher than PSA, quite a bit tougher than PSA. But in a way, I'm kind of glad to see that, because remember, this was a 9 at PSA. Well, here it's an 8.5. So, and remember, these were all pretty much mint. You know, they were all pack pulled by me. So, okay. Okay, this is a tough grader. These first edition base chances, these are always tough. If I get an 8 on this, actually, I think I should get a 9, because I don't think this one has those characteristic lines in the foil. Well, let's see what this got. Okay, 8.5. There you go. Okay. Now the next one. Okay, a fire red leaf green Charizard EX. Pretty nice cards, huh? These are all nice cards. Okay, let's see what this baby got. 8.5. So it's like almost like all the PSA 9s are coming back 8.5 so far at AGS. I'll tell you what, if I get a 9, it's going to have to be super nice. Okay. Neo Espion, first edition. Let's see what this one got. Oh, I don't see an N. Okay, this one got a mint. Mint 9. So little dots of white here. That's normal for a 9. So remember, you all can go to their website, scan this code into the website. I think you guys can do it, not only me. I'm not sure. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay. Here we got a Shining Charizard. First edition. Shining Charizard. Okay, let's see what we get on this. Neo Destiny, of course. Okay, that got a mint 9. Now they shipped all these back, it looks like, inside of cases. So if you see any scratching, that's obviously on the case, on these sleeves. These graded, that's nice they put them in graded card sleeves. I like that. Okay, that got a 9. Again, these are fresh out of pack, so there should be some 9s. Okay. Now here's a Shining Tyranitar. Neo Destiny, of course. Let's see what he got. Oh, okay. The Tyranitar got a 9.5. First edition. All right. And last. Okay, it's another Shining Charizard. First edition Shiny Charizard. If it goes the way it has, this might be a 9.5 or a 9. I hope it's not an 8. Oh, okay. This got a mint plus 9.5 on this Shiny Charizard. So okay. Well, there you go. That's these 10 cards, and that's the grades they got. Now I'm going to spin this camera back around. All right. There we go. Okay, well, there's the RoboGrading, the AGS, automatic grading service. And remember, these were all done through their computer programs. So, of course, those lasers pick up everything. I would like you to go to their website, pick any one of my cards, and take a look to see how intricate that type of grading is. And again, if I were to crack one of these out, you would get those same numbers on that website, because the computer, doesn't have a bad day. The computer just basically runs on what it sees each time. And my general opinion is they grade tough. I mean, these were tougher overall than my pre-grades, that based on all of my years of experience, and definitely tougher than the PSA grades, what PSA gave them, because PSA gave that Zapdos a 7, and all the rest were 9s. So that goes to show you that RoboGrading was definitely tougher on their numbers. But you know, that really doesn't make much difference, because you see, if they're tougher on the numbers on these cards that were PSA 9s, if they're tougher on those, then they're going to be tougher on all of them, on every single card that gets submitted, and you just simply put more weight. You know how we used to say a Beckett, I mean a PSA 10 was better than a Beckett 9.5, and that's pretty safe to say most of the time. Well, we can also say it here, where I don't think there's any question after seeing these results that that the PSA numbers for the same card are going to be higher than AGS. So now I do know that AGS has given out some 10s, you know, quite a few 10s, but most of them were on modern product. Most of them were on those VMAXs and, you know, those Charizards, those from those newer sets. These they graded pretty tough. So, you know, you take that for what it's worth. I'd love to hear your opinions on this video, and I'd love to hear your opinions on what you think. I told you what my pre-grades, what I believe they would get, and they matched up real closely to PSA, but through RoboGrading, they came with a lower number. So all that tells me is that I have to put more weight on an AGS 8 or 8.5. I have to put as much weight on that as I do on a PSA 9. That's all it tells me, because I know these cards, and I know what these cards graded with PSA, and I see what AGS gives them. So, you know, you can't really compare the two number wise. And if you are going to, you have to you know, give more weight to the AGS 8s and 8.5s, because they're real similar to the PSA 9s. So put in the comments what you think about that. I mean, it has to mean something like that, but I would love to hear, you know, what you all think about that. Okay? So anyway, check out AGS card grading or agsgrading.com, and you know, look up some of my cards. Look at how you could go right on their website, and you'll be able to see where the little tiny damages are that the computer laser picked up and what affected those grades. You'll be able to see for yourself. So, you know, be sure to check that out. And I mean, now I'm not planning on selling these, so I mean, I kind of like the cases. The cases, you know, were real, you know, were actually real solid. You know, I actually liked them. I kind of liked how it was clear, along the outsides here. It's in there securely. Let's see. Unlike CGC, those awful labels they have, this one is a little bit less conspicuous, doesn't take away from the card, which I like. With those CGC labels, when you look at it, all you see is a big giant blue label. So I do like how they kept this a little, you know, a little plainer. So when you look at this, you see the card. So anyway, give me your opinions. You know, let me know what you all think. Okay, and as SM Pratt likes to say, until next time.